It's friendly, but it still has an edge.
Oh, no.
Okay? It's like if you see a member of the Hells Angels giving you like the old head nod. Friendly, but don't cross them. Okay? It's a special conference championship edition. King of the Hill.
And there will be an edge to the end of today's Hill, because there's a story we had to bump that I want to get into the show. So we will address it at the end of today's Hill. All right, it is Wildes complained last week, Brew, you remember, loudly and repeatedly that we had an Eastern Conference Hill and a Western Conference Hill. So we have combined the Hills once again. The four teams remaining, 21 players make the Hill. To the 6th row of the Hill, we can reveal it now. Josh Hart, who has had some awesome rebounds at the end of Game 3. Other than that, really had not played up to his standard in this round. It's been really good for them this postseason, but this round, but those rebounds might have helped save them the game.
And willingly went to the bench.
Correct. Oh, yeah.
I credit him. He's a real team guy.
100%. If people don't, that Josh Hart might have even suggested put Mitch in the starting lineup, I'll go to the bench. Feel for Julius a bit. Julius had done quite a bit through rounds 1 and 2 to eschew the reputation of this guy who can't get it done in the playoffs, and then has been so bad in 2 of the 4 games this round that it feels like that could pop back up a bit. Maybe not in full, but I mean 5 points and 6 points for your second best player in the conference finals is brutal. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Every game Rudy Gobert plays makes the fact that he scored 27 points to eliminate the Lakers more painful. Every time I see him catch the ball and he's so strong and tall. Why doesn't he not have stronger hands? He's ripped.
He wasn't bad last night.
Last night he had some moments, but still.
Yeah, he can still just take the ball.
They still
take the ball rip.
Lou Dort, obviously his impact's not really shown in the box score. The defense has been outstanding. Mitchell Robinson's been good, and Hartenstein's been quietly, but doing his job, doing what they ask him to do. Next row, OG Anunoby, who you could argue has been the second best Knick this series. Like, depending on how you grade Cat, it's weird. Cat's probably been it, but OG has been the second most consistent, to say the least. Miles Turner, I think, could play better, and they're going to need him to play better on the defensive end. Mikal Bridges just got to hit some threes. Like, I think he's shooting 20% from 3 during the conference finals. Nembhard's been excellent defensively. And I thought Nickeil Alexander-Walker played the game of his life last night.
Yeah. Last few games, he's been. I was disappointed in him in Game 1. I was like, why is he out there so much?
Yeah.
He has been great since.
Now, he's lucky they haven't instituted my "this is binding" rule, because he hit his cousin right on the "never a doubt" tattoo spot on his body. He's like, high five. I high-fived him. It was all ball. I didn't get him. Next row, Karl-Anthony Towns, who struggled mightily for quarters 5 through 11 of this series, all of Game 2 and the first 3 quarters of Game 3, and then came alive in the 4th quarter of Game 3, pardon me. Chet, who I think there is an argument that given the stakes in their performance, last night was the best game of Chet, J-Dub, and Shea's careers.
Wow.
Like, because they all played great in their role to take a stranglehold on the series, and if any one of those 3 just plays a B game instead of an A or A+ game, they probably lose. Aaron Naismith, who is...
They need him tonight.
They need him tonight, and he really only has had this one amazing quarter, but it's one of the greatest quarters in playoff history, and so that's where he is.
And his defense is
his defense has been great. I just meant his from a scoring perspective.
You say Stan Van Gundy said he's best in the league at getting over picks. He is good at getting over screens.
Caruso's pretty good. Yeah. Caruso's pretty good at fighting through picks. And Jaden McDaniels, who's been excellent as well. 3rd row. You can't have Ant higher than this.
Face of the league.
Potential fate. Wildes hates the face of the league.
I mean, you're not even on top 2 levels of the hill where 90% of the league is eliminated, but you're Michael Jordan?
Right now, you're justified in saying that. I mean, you can say all that right now.
Siakam's been excellent. The leading scorer for the Pacers this round. He won, in my opinion. I know we didn't talk about it because it was Friday night and I was at the meet and greet at the casino in Indy. He won him game 2. He was there. Haliburton had 2 points in the first half of game 2. Siakam was unbelievable. And Jalen Williams, the guy that Brew and I think both called the X factor of these NBA playoffs, has come through. And now the top 2 rows of the hill are quite simple. We can reveal them both. Brunson's got to be where he is. Haliburton's got to be where he is. And Shea obviously has to be at the top, which brings me to a different discussion about Tyrese Haliburton. Why does everyone have such short memory?
Oh.
We all.
What are you talking about?
We all. Good job, Wildes. We all were on TV.
I just got there.
The day, this was 3 weeks ago. John Haliburton taunting Giannis, then doing a TV interview the next day. It was like, I was looking through him. I didn't even see it. We all were like, thank God Giannis didn't clock the old guy. He avoided a huge incident. Great job by Giannis. What's this guy thinking? His son hits a couple game winners, and we're like, let him back in immediately. Like, no.
You don't think he should be back?
It
was missed 8 games.
Not yet. First of all, I don't know that he always went to every road game. Second of all, no. I don't think that because the Pacers ended up beating the Cavs, we didn't expect it, that we should be like, okay, this didn't happen. This happened. Maybe if they make the finals. But this whole, Barkley got it rolling with let him back in. Why? Well, this all happened. We all thought it was horrible. And he showed no remorse. His son, we feel bad for his son. Have we heard John Haliburton be like, that was awful? No, we didn't.
Well,
we heard him go on
they
TV and be like, I didn't
statement.
see Giannis.
They released a statement
looking through.
after the punishment.
I think it was a little bit. Certainly, if Chalamet did this, we wouldn't be like, you know what, Chalamet, 1 week.
When he was punished indefinitely, I think we all felt like indefinitely. Like if they had said
the rest of
he
the
cannot, or if they had said the 8 games, he's suspended for 8 games. I would have been like, wow, okay, that's a serious suspension.
But
I want him back, and I want him in the front row.
No,
I don't. He's gonna be in the suite.
Go.
I want him in the front row. If he does, first of all, he would be crazy to do anything remotely like this. If he did it again, he's banned for life.
Okay,
I mean, I'm just saying.
Until Haliburton hits another game winner.
He's not going to do it again. He is not going to do it again. I want John Haliburton in the front row. Free John Haliburton.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
I don't want him in a suite.
What?
He might as well not even be there as far as the fans are concerned.
He's just Haliburton's dad.
He's become like
no, he
something.
hasn't. Yeah, because
like
of this. But that's my point.
Unknown Spike Lee. He's like their Spike Lee. He's there.
But that's my point. All he did was something terrible, and that we all were universal on. That was outrageous. Yeah. He's lucky Giannis didn't hit him. Then the next day, when he had time to think about it, as a 50-something, 60-something-year-old man, I was like, I thought about it. I'm gonna do an interview with local TV and say I was looking through Giannis. I didn't even know he was there. Like, okay, that's nonsense. And now everyone feels badly.
But sometimes punishment changes people. People don't always just change in the heart.
No, that's fair.
Punishment will change the way
really
people
change
act.
him if it extended till the end of this round. How about that?
Well, look,
come back for the finals.
No,
he's gonna be in the
closeout game.
That's what I'm saying.
But this game is okay.
He can't be at the closeout game?
Well, the closeout game is a little, that's a little risky.
You think he's going to do, John Haliburton, I'm going to bat for you. You better act accordingly.
But you also, what if Steve Sciarippa was out there?
That's what I'm saying from The Sopranos. Go ahead. All right, we can go back to the regularly scheduled program.
Steve Sciarippa's out there.
I'm going to surprise Nick.
Pascal Siakam.
I'm not sure Nick does want the T-Wolves to win. Because you are taking it awfully easy on my man, Ant. I am switching Cat and Ant.
Oh, my goodness.
Why?
Cat over Ant, right meow. You know you like it. You know you like it.
I dislike the part of me that likes it.
Look, these are Cat's numbers for the series. 26-11 on 52% shooting, 45% from 3. He saved, like you said, he saved their season.
Yeah.
He's bad the first 3 quarters, but he saved their season. And Ant
Ant also saved his team season in Game 3.
Yeah,
like Cat
fine.
did.
But I can't have my number one guy that gives me 27 a night having an 18-point game in the season opener or series opener when we have the rest. They got home court advantage.
Yep.
We've been rested. We had 2 5-game series. We should be ready. You can't come out and give me 18. And then last night with the season on the line, 16. He is right. He did not struggle. It wasn't like he just couldn't do anything. But he
passive.
didn't engage. You can't be passive. You can't be passive when you're that guy. And I do wonder, and did Ant say, is part of him saying, I don't want to be the face of the league?
Wow.
I'm just throwing it out there. Because y'all know I'm a big Ant fan, and I hope this isn't the case. Is part of it, though, I don't want that responsibility of having to bring it like every night, like the LeBrons and the Stephs and all these guys have had where you got to bring it every night. He's now, and the honeymoon's over. You are now at the level where every time your team does not win or get to the finals or something like that, you're going to take some heat.
At 23, you don't
Yeah,
think that's
because
a
it's
little
in the
early?
5th season. LeBron took heat when
He's not
played terrible.
LeBron,
I
though.
agree, but he's one of the best players in the league we have right now.
Yeah.
He is one of the
NBA.
best players in the league. I think it was second team.
Second team.
But he has been, I think,
Yeah,
maybe.
But yeah, he's a superstar that they are considering for face of the league.
No, Donovan.
And I'm just saying, like, you got Nick, you can't go out there and give me 16 points in almost an elimination game. I need at 5 for 13. You take 2 shots in the first half. You're a scorer. You're not a distributor like that.
Okay, but to be fair, and just like as a kind of general reminder, these are the teams left in conference championship or conference finals. This is not based 100% just on the conference finals. It's the playoffs as a whole as well.
Well,
And
is it? I thought it was every week it's based on recent
you
stuff.
can move because of it, but Ant has moved down quite a bit. I mean, I think Ant. I also think
I'm basing it on this series.
I think you'll agree with me on this. It is Cat's responsibility is very different because Jalen, except for in Game 3, Jalen's been awesome, was awesome in Game 1 when Cat was good. Jalen was awesome in Game 2 when Cat was bad. Jalen, obviously,
Cat's
Brunson
bad still had 20.
In
Game 2.
Game 2?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
He's averaging 11 rebounds. Like, he's getting rebounds, and I get it. He disappears at points. But Ant, you're right. I'm grading Ant on a higher curve because you're the number one guy.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
If Ant gives him, and I'm not, Randall was just a complete no-show and was over-dribbling early in the game, losing the ball. But Ant, if he plays a solid game with what the role players did,
they win.
Maybe it's 2-2.
I don't know if I have a pun here. I really hope I don't. But I was in the room with Dusty, and he's throwing puns at me, so I don't know what he landed on. I hope it just says Josh Hart is playing well. That's okay.
The hill needs more heart.
The hill needs more heart.
That's kind of a pun.
Not really.
It's punish.
A little bit.
Play on
It's got
words.
pun tendencies.
Onomatopoeia? Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
That's not what onomatopoeia is at all.
Sorry, I apologize.
You accepting that, Wildes?
What? The hill needs more
heart. It's got pun tendencies.
It's okay. In any event. I think I want to move Josh Hart. I got to see over the crown. Josh Hart, maybe I'll switch. I don't like to dim anyone else's candle. I guess I'll switch with Mikal Bridges. And I've got 3 stats.
Wow.
1.
That's surprising.
I got to move him up somewhere, but whose feelings do I want to hurt?
He just
Most
got
rebounds this postseason. He got benched on his own accord.
But it was justified.
But then he ended up playing 34 minutes. So he's like, yeah, he also said, quote, bro, I don't care. That's a literal quote. It sounds like I'm making that up. I don't care if I start. I don't care if I play 20 minutes. If we win, we win. Most rebounds. He's only 6'4". Everyone else is very, very tall. Finally, he's got a bunch of assists. He's up there with everyone at the top of the hill. Guy's and he's not turning the ball over. He's doing smart stuff. And finally, is he unlocking Cat? Is that the Cat stagger that you want? Josh Hart and Cat, and Brunson and also maybe Josh Hart, but also, when Brunson goes out, do you want to make sure Josh Hart and Cat are together?
So listen, I have a ton of love for Josh Hart, and he's almost definitionally like the winning glue type player. He is the type of guy when you were talking about
On the Olympics?
yeah.
Yes.
That you as you know what I mean for the spots 9 through 12. Someone
of
like Josh.
Haliburton, oddly.
Correct. Right. If you're not going to play a guy, I agree with all that. What is odd about Josh Hart is
Tatum didn't even play.
That's all true. The two things that we most identify with being a great player are the two things that are the smallest of his strengths: scoring and one-on-one defense. You know what I like? He is so he's a hard player to rank because you're right. He is a good passer. He doesn't turn the ball over, and for his size, he's like the best inch for inch rebounder in the league, which is what you were trying to demonstrate. But he can't really score, and he's not even one of their 3 best defenders. So it's a weird. So I'm not taking any shot at him at all. He's just a hard. If you're building a team, you want a guy like that.
He's a glue guy. He's
Right.
a glue guy.
What is it when you give a non-human thing human characteristics? There's a word for that. That's what that is. It's not onomatopoeia.
No, it's
Gosh darn it. No, it's not
no,
personification.
it's like
Anthropomorphic? No, I don't know.
close.
Let's just move on.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.